Yeah. Yeah. All right, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. We are in the building, man. Thank you everybody for coming through. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Today is Tuesday, the 13th of August. All right. Hopefully everything is going good. Hopefully all the kiddos got out to school. If y'all started school yet, if not, hopefully when the time comes, they have a great time at school, and hopefully you enjoy your break. You feel me? So without any further hold on, I'm trying to get my sentence right. Heck, I'm gonna talk to talk about it later. But yeah, so welcome in again. We got another banger show for you guys. All right. Um Now, before we get into anything, if you wouldn't mind, we're gonna do a little housekeeping real quick. If you can, could you slide your finger right across that like button, man? I would definitely appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the bell so you know every time we go live. All right. And if you want to, there's usually a ticker at the bottom, but it is not there right now. But there's a ticker right there. If you can, or if you would like, you can donate to the stream. All right. By using that Cash App. All right. I haven't got a lot of views yet. I need a couple of more. What was it? I think I needed more subscribers. I think I needed like 500 subscribers and some more watch hours in order to be monetized. So I'm not there yet. So I'm not getting any money here for anything. Anything that you guys give me helps tremendously. Okay. So I just want to give you a thanks in advance. What else do we have going on? Man, I tell you. So we have been getting into this book called The Way of the Superior Man. Okay. For those that do not know, that's what we're going to be covering over today. Um, and it's been a journey. It's not quite over yet. This is the fifth part out of 8 parts. All right. So we got 3 more parts to go. But this is what we have been covering over. I've been getting hit up by some people saying that it's a good book, and how it helped them, and just a lot of great feedback. So, you know, that's what we're going to be doing. This is for some men self help. How do we get to men self help? Great question. Basically, what happened is that I was looking at a lot of the stuff that was going on. Right. I even tried to create a podcast that talked about issues involving men and women and all the above. Right. And I realized that it was I think a lot of talking but not a lot of hearing, right? So I decided to try to take us out of that realm and put us in a space of where we can discuss men topics and how to progress from where we are currently, right? So I thought it would be a great idea to try to do some self-help. So that's how we got here today. Now, uh yeah, I've gotten some good feedbacks, but not a lot of. I haven't got a lot of foot traffic, and I think some of that is on me. So I'll be looking to remedy that. But because of that, I decided to go back to the news. So I'll be covering the news after this book. We'll get into the news and start talking about pop culture and all that good stuff. But that's kind of how this thing kind of happened, because I figured, okay, let's start and started cultivating a different way of looking at things, and maybe some things that weren't passed down to us, right? So maybe we can get a better, just a different perspective, really. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's wrong or right, based off where you come from, but just a different perspective overall. And if it sticks and it applies, then uh use it. If it doesn't, then disregard. But that's kind of how we got here in this moment. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and normally I would read off, but he didn't want me to read it off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and welcome in Mr. DisRiz himself. Man, welcome in. How you doing today?
Man, I'm cooling, brother. I'm cooling. Hey, you ain't got to read that off ever again. Ever, never, ever, ever, ever. Hey, if they don't know, they'll never know.
Hey,
That's
there it
that's
is.
that's how I look at it right now.
There it is, man. If you don't know me by now, is basically what he's saying. All right. So yeah, man, how you been doing?
Man, I've been cooling, man. Been cooling.
Okay,
Just chilling.
I seen you out here in these Call of Duty streets getting it in.
Yeah, somewhat. Hey, rolling with the best. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Can't say that. Uh, Shoot, nope. Not with your 9.5 gameplay earlier today. I ain't
Hey, I
even
don't know what
messing
you're
with it.
talking about. I don't know
I
what
ain't
you're talking
even
about.
messing with it. So yeah. What's going on project wise, man? What do you got going on?
Man, I don't have too much. I got a couple things on the gaming channel that I'm working on, but it's gonna be sporadic because I'm in the process of, you know what I'm saying, getting this relocation underway. So you know what I'm saying? So it'll just be sporadic on the gaming channel. Anything else is just, once I make the move and build my clientele back up, hey, I have something in the works for now. But
Okay.
nothing major right now. You know what I'm saying? The major thing is working on me, self-help, working on me.
Hey, I hear that. I hear that. All right. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. So let me see. So I guess we can go ahead and get into this thing. We were looking at um sorry, I'm looking at all my notifications right now. Um yeah, checking it all out. Thank you for liking the stream. It's we're on part 5 right now. Man, we've been moving. We would have been done with the book by now if we would have done it with this type of format. But because we actually, when we first started, it's not recent as a couple weeks ago. We were actually going chapter by chapter and reading each one verbatim from the book. Now we kind of condensed it down, try to get this underway. But we are on part 5 now. It's titled Your Dark Side. So that's where we at right now. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing. It's gonna be chapter 35 through I think like 41, I think. Um, don't quote me on that. But right now we're starting on chapter 35. All right. Like usual, I'll read you the name of the chapter, and then they give like a little synopsis um, inside of inside of it as well. So you'll have a little synopsis, um, kind of give you an overview of what's going to be talked about. All right. So 35 says, You are always searching for freedom. You are always searching for freedom, which is something that we talked about before in the book. It's no secret that that's the masculine's mission is that the pursuit of that freedom, right? So the book starts off by saying the essential masculine ecstasy is in the moment of release from constraint. This could occur when facing death and living through it, succeeding in and thus being released from your purpose, and in competition, which is a ritual threat of death. The masculine is always seeking release from constraint into freedom. The feminine often doesn't understand these masculine ways and needs. All right. So that's pretty much how we started off right now. All right. So I took some little clips out of here. It says your basic motivation is to be released from constraint and experience the freedom on the other side. And what is the most common form of masculine ecstasy, you might ask? Getting that O face, you know what I'm saying? That orgasm. Yes, yes. The typical masculine orgasm involves a buildup of tension or constraint until the dam finally breaks and your attention and energy is released. The post orgasmic state is one of death like peace, in emptiness akin to blissful oblivion. The masculine is also seeking this release in or the masculine is always seeking this release in one way or another. Uh, Anything on what we just went through, talked about on this one?
Man, I agree. I agree. I mean, like we discussed in previous podcasts, most men, alpha sigmas, are straight to the point. They try not to let their emotions get involved in a situation, and they try to just execute that situation and move on to the next. But with that being said, with them not giving their emotions or putting their emotions into that situation, that's built up aggression because, you never know what type of mental or emotional state a person or a male is in when they're going through trials and tribulations. But when they get to that old state, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's pleasurable, uh, they tend to release and release, they will.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with that. I definitely think as well. I think that um yeah, I think the release, man. I don't even like nobody hold me. Man, get off me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the constraint. I don't like the release. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the constraint part of it. So yeah, I definitely think that even if you look at your work, going to work, it's like you're constrained to that position for that time. And then once you get out of there, you kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Let me kind of just melt a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So and kind of break that form. So I definitely can see how the search for freedom is definitely that of the masculine. We got a comment here. Post orgasmic release. You like that? Did you Mr. Lee?
Hey,
Uh
that tickled this twine.
that tinkled
Um,
that okay, tinkled your twine, man. Hey. Twinkle your twine on your own time. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we go on to say some other forms of masculine ecstasies can be, but is not limited to sports like football. As an example, you try to carry the ball through the defense into freedom, right, to score. Not to forget the game day ritual as well that takes place for a lot of viewers. Even the podcast for me as well is some sort of release. When I guess when I'm going to be done, because they were talking about purpose, right? And right now this is kind of my purpose now. And then so once, and it's not really I'm going to be done, but done with the book. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a release. That's going to be a completion for me. So I definitely can understand that type of release. The typical masculine desire for your freedom involves the feeling of death, which is the ultimate masculine fear of freedom in one way or another. The word orgasm is actually called petite mort. I think that's how that's pronounced, or little death in French. We celebrate our team annihilation, or slaughtering of another team. We celebrate our financial killings with great glee. All right, these are all the death surrounding type of metaphors. All right, what is the ultimate game of annihilation? One might ask. War. All right. This is the literal fight for freedom for men. Even movies about war, men being at their edge, giving it all they got up against death itself, motivated by a higher cause, evoke an intense emotion in men. Um, the book gets pretty deep from here. I encourage y'all all to read it, all right, and learn and absorb it if you can. But I do think that about what we have, or at least what do you think about what we read so far, Steve?
Hey, I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, gaming, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my,
Yeah,
ways of releasing, you know what I'm saying, Call of Duty. I can say it, you know what I'm saying, over the last couple of weeks, I ain't been banned in a while. So, but usually, you know what I'm saying, when we get that, we get that win, you know what I'm saying, I'm celebrating, and we get a lot of wins, we don't take no L's, you know what I'm
come on
saying?
now.
So when I get that win, I'm talking hella cash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I want to say, but just trying to keep listening to my Will Smith CD,
Come on
and
now.
and not go above and beyond of what I want to say. But yeah, we ain't taking no else. But that's one of my things, and also my video editing. That's a release for
Mm,
me and myself, just putting together a video. It don't matter what type of, well, it does matter. I don't do no black no black market shit, but anything else, like no corn and nothing like that, but anything else, editing the video, that's a passion of mine. I love that. So that's my release in itself, those two.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And for those who's watching, like Lee, Call of Duty is a game basically built around war type scenarios where your objective could be to eliminate the other opponent. I know there's some people out there who may not know what Call of Duty is. So just for those like Lee who don't know, that's what it is. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about that one, man. I definitely do agree with you on that aspect. 'Cause boy, do we celebrate. we we getting it in. All right. So yeah, all right, bet. So did I misplace that? No, I didn't. All right, so we're gonna move on to chapter 36. Own your darkest desires. Okay, own your darkest desires. Before we do that, man, you heard what we had to say. Now let us hear from you. What you have to say, whether you agree or disagree. All right, please write it down in the comments. And please like, share, and subscribe. All right. So now, own your darkest desire. If a man does, dang, they would mess that up, huh? Hold on, I do not want to mess this up for you guys. Let me make sure. If a man disowns, I don't know why they did that. If a man disowns his dark masculine desire for freedom, then his kink, wait, then he kinks. Oh, all right, let me start. If a man disowns his dark masculine desire for freedom, then he kinks the hose of the masculine force. All right. His energy will not flow freely, and his attention will be bound by unfulfilled yearnings. Most importantly, if his hose is kinked in this way, he weakens his masculine capacity. Okay, to stand fearless in the death that is conscious life. All right. He will not be able to face the unknown, the groundless ground of being, and still functioning and still function from the heart in love. That was a little bit of a word salad there. I think you could have concise that up a little bit better. But yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
he been reading that Ti book too.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of big words here. All right, so it starts off by saying, and I ain't gonna lie, this part, because there was another part. I don't know if you remember, Steve, but there was another part that we were reading in where it got deep, and I had a hard time really understanding this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is one of those times, but hopefully Steve could help me out here. Mr. Lee said we getting kinky. No, the hose is kink, man. We ain't getting kinky, man. Come, it is a little kinky. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little off the wall. All right, this is speaking to the others and not the brothers. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. When was the last time, the book says, you really ravished your woman? That is, when was the last time you really took her savagely, lovingly, with no inhibition whatsoever? Or has it been so long that you are fascinated and even turned on by grape scenes on TV or in movies?
Did you say grape?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Now hold on though, because let's think back, right? There was a section when I think during Queens and Kings and Ace or Kings and Queens of Spades, right? There was a section where I pulled out of a list of fantasies. That was
Did
actually
we
one of
actually
the
go live with that one, or was that
yes,
in the back?
it was on
Okay.
Kings and no,
Okay.
that was live.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that was
We do so many podcasts. I'm just
yeah, we
saying.
did.
I'm just I'm lost for words. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, like
Yeah, we
I said, I talk a lot of ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we busy around here. But yeah, no, we did it on live, and that was grape was one of the
I remember that
fetishes that women wanted.
because
I
we
think
went live on TikTok and right, wasn't it?
no. I only went live once on TikTok, and that was back when we was doing K. Ebony Williams bus driver thing. That's when I got
Okay.
banned on there for
Okay.
talking about that.
Gotcha.
I ain't never been back on there.
Gotcha.
But yes, yeah, that was the ladies' kinks, and I think some of the men, the others, not the brothers' kinks as well, right? So it goes on to say, when you are unable to express your dark passion with love, then you go underground in your psyche. Okay. What are some? Well, you know what? We'll stop there. Because I think that, oh, when's the last time you really ravished your woman? That's how that question jumped off. Okay. So it seemed like maybe not a lot of men is out there ravishing a woman. Okay. That would lead me to believe, right? Um, and I would be interested to know what the definition of the ravish is. If there's any ladies in the audience who's not shy, please let me know what, give me a brief description of what would be something considered ravishing to you. Um, but yeah, I think that, I mean, obviously, I guess it's something that women like, disclaimer, make sure you check with your lady before you do this, because it definitely seemed like it has to be somebody that you're really familiar with and
Hey,
comfortable with.
that's I just looked it up. It's the great. Yeah,
Yeah.
like force of
Yeah.
violence. Yeah.
Yeah, that part. So I think you got to definitely be open to that person, and make sure you know what's going on. But if that's your thing and that's her thing, I think that it could definitely I don't see nothing wrong with it. And as far as repressing it or suppressing it, I think that you know communication is the key. Yes, communication is key. That's all I got for that. What you got anything for this?
Hey, all I got to say is I'm a walking lawsuit when I step in the room, so I
Oh,
don't need to be graping nothing.
God dang.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
dang.
saying.
Yeah, dang, man. Lee said, "Don't be scared to get your ravish on, fellas. Hey, talk to him, man. Talk to him. He a well-known ravisher. He be out there ravishing them." Miss Sean said, "Hey, cause all right." So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. It says, and I quote, "What are some of the dark passions that you may express with your woman?" One might ask, right? The book talks about embracing your woman with your masculine force, okay, and aggressive passion, throwing her on the bed, ripping her clothes off, and pinning her down beneath your body as you both yield yourself in ooh, my tongue wasn't working. Ecstasy is ecstatic loving. It's supposed to be like ecstasy, but a different way of saying it. Ecstatic love. um, the desire to ravish is the desire to break through a woman's resistance to open her heart and body into the ecstatic loving. The pleasure is in releasing her from all of the conventional restraints of her psyche, so she has no choice but to surrender in love. You want to touch on that, Steve?
Um, I don't know about the ravishing part. I ain't with that ravishing shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been dodging jail a long time, but you know what I'm saying?
Talk
I'm
to him.
44. I don't need
Talk
no
to him.
issues. I don't want no issues. I don't want to see none of them FBI or alphabet, category people. None of them. None of them. You know what I'm saying? When I see them on the highway when I'm driving or I'm riding down the street, I don't even look their way because I don't want no attention. But anyway,
Nah.
um, I understand when it comes to getting spicy in the room. You know what I'm saying? Getting, or like Jakar said, getting kinky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's limits to it. Like I said in the past and I say it again. I don't like to repeat myself, but I'm light skinned. I bruise easy. So hey, it ain't gonna be too much more of that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't about to be walking out of the house with bruises on me. So hey, we gonna keep it a buck and keep going. But we gonna get spicy though. We gonna get spicy, and we just gonna leave it at that.
There it is. There it is. No, I think that again. I'm taking this in the context that both partners are well are comfortable with each other. I do think that if that's a thing, then it's a thing, and I think that it needs to be fed. And I don't see anything wrong with it as long as everybody's doing it in a loving manner. As far as the ravishing part for me, I would be, I ain't gonna lie. All right, you can call me a bitch you want to. But I'm a little scared of how it would be received by ripping somebody's blouse. Like I feel like my wife would be like, "Yo, what the like? You could have waited till I took it off." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much I paid for this? Like, I just feel like it would be some blowback if I tried to do that part. But I definitely think, a little throwing on the bed, a little nibbling, a little, you know what I'm saying? Uh
Maybe you just save it for the room, no? You know what I'm saying? Like, some, that you just bought. But the thing is, I'm thinking about that price tag. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking about. I ain't a cheap mug, but I'm thinking about that price tag. I just bought that shit. And I just ripped it. What? No.
Yeah, I think that I think that'll come up. So I don't know about the ripping off of the clothes, because once it's ripped, it's ripped. It ain't coming back. Right? Because that's how I get down. Nasty like that. Right. So that motherfucker getting messed up. Okay. But we're gonna make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see anything wrong with it. Mr. Lee said nibble, nibble. Nibble on both damn nibble. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I'm with you on that one, little Brody. So yeah, man, as long as it's in love, surrounded with love, man, because I do think that women need help coming out of themselves, right? They have it in them, but they need somebody else to blame. Right. They need you to say, oh, well, why did you make me do that? You know what I'm saying? Because they like to do that shit. They'll be talking about shit that you don't even be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I had some of them do that. They were
I
like,
never
no,
did this before.
hey, I ain't never did. No, don't put your thumb in there. He's like, well, I wasn't even talking about putting my thumb. What are you talking about? They be trying to coach you into it. So it's in them. You know what I'm saying? They just might need a little bit of help coming out. But again, as long as it's in a good, loving, committed relationship, ain't nothing wrong with it. We did a show a while back that revealed that women that I was talking about before, being ravished and surprised. All right. The dark feminine desires to be forced to surrender is as strong as the dark masculine desire to penetrate through a woman's restraint. Okay. Now, this is an important distinction. Okay. The difference between grape and ravishment is love. All right. Is love. All right. Make sure you guys and consent. Consent. All right. You must learn to let go absolutely in love with your woman. Okay. Unless you choose to love your life, or unless you choose to love your life or live your life as a celibate. All right. There is no way around this. So if you're like most men, you are willing to lose yourself in controllable ways like sports, newspapers, and orgasms, but you remain fearful of losing yourself for real in love ecstasy with your woman, surrounded in the knowable infinity beyond mind. Okay. That was a little deep for me right there. So I'm gonna keep. You want to put something on that? All right.
Hey, it was straight to the point. It was straight to the point.
All right. We're gonna keep it rolling in. Hey, cousins. Oh, yeah. Okay. She don't need to. All right. I'm gonna post it. We'll put it up there, but we take it down real quick. All right. So we gonna do is as your experiment is oh wait, okay. As an experiment, the next time you make love with your woman, feel through your own physical and emotional boundaries into her, okay? Feel into her so deeply that you become unaware of yourself and totally aware of her. Feel yourself move into her, okay? Your boundaries dissolving so that you can become her, utterly aware of her breath, her movement, her emotions. I'm trying to get in that deep. You know what I'm talking about? So by reclaiming the full force of your dark masculine loving, you will not only reown or not reown. It mistyped. Is it reown? Maybe it is. Reown your capacity to ravish your woman and selfless ecstasy, but you will always reown your spiritual guts. Um, you will cultivate your capacity to die into love with no need to hold on to yourself. All right. Furthermore, it says it truly ravish your woman in love. You must yield to truly ravish your woman in love. You must yield yourself to the worship and the trust of her heart, okay, which in truth is your heart. Such foolishness will prepare I'm sorry, foolishness? Such foolishness will prepare you for and perhaps even initiate you into a worship and trust of consciousness self itself, such that you will find a greater and greater capacity to yield into, and as the boundless one who is true, who you truly are. Yeah, I didn't understand that, but that's what you're gonna do. All right. um anything you want to put on that?
All I can say is it sounds like he's trying to get deep. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get deep. Deep in more ways than one. Um, I just use myself as an example in regards to that. So, I see what he's saying, getting deep, passionate with her and so forth. But one thing that I've done, in the past, was learn a woman's, menstrual cycle, when, when they're, when what is it called? I can't
I don't know
even
if you
think of
know, but
what.
we live.
Yeah, I know we live. I know we live.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just learning their cycle and stuff like that. Like some people might think it's creepy or whatever, but learning her, uh, dang, I can't even think of it. Start with O. Uh,
Ovulation.
yeah, ovulation. Thank you. That's my dog.
I love that
Um,
ovulation.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just learning that, and counting down the days, just to know, like if we already discussed this, I don't want to put her or put me in a situation. We already said that, we're gonna wait in regards to this. So we're gonna plan around this accordingly and use certain protection to, to nix that issue, even if it arises. But what I learned with, learning her ovulation was that, it makes you more one, so to speak. It's like you're actually interested, so to speak, versus, and if you remember, that's points right there. That's kudos points right there, knowing that, especially if you have that verbal agreement, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I would do with getting deep, not just in the bed, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I can always tell when certain people get they cycle on because they turn into they get to mean, but they get mean over here. Jakar Lee says you gotta rename the title After Hours. Yo, it ain't getting that explicit. Calm it down, good sir. All right. Now we're gonna move on to chapter 37. All right, she wants the killer in you. She wants the killer in you, man. All right. Among many other qualities, a woman wants the killer in her man. Is this true, ladies? She is turned off if her man is afraid and wants her to kill the cockroach or mouse while he stands on the chair and watches. She is turned off if her man wants her to get out of the bed in order to check on the strange sounds in the house to find out if a burglar made the noise. All right, fearlessness or the capacity to transcend the fear of death for the sake of love is a quintessential form of the ultimate masculine gift. You want to tap into that?
No, I totally feel that. Spiders is a no-no. You know what I'm saying? Spiders is definitely a no-no. And if it's a bump in the house, hey, my two little, you know what I'm saying? My two little, I was gonna say the K word, but I can't because we're so woke in 2024. I don't even know what to say. My dogs, they gonna let me know, what time it is. So I hear a bump in the night, I'm grabbing the first thing that's smoking. I'm waiting for that. I've been waiting for that. I ain't did nothing like that since Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Since Afghanistan. So I've been waiting for a bump in the night. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. You gotta take that, that masculine role. You never know. You might get a hug, a hug and something else after that. After, after that situation, I'm telling you that there's Will Smith talking to me. Will Smith see me talking to me. I'm trying to choose my words wisely.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I definitely definitely can see that. Miss Shanti says, very true. I had to toughen my BD up because in the beginning he was too soft for me. Wait a minute. She thinks she a little baby thud. I swear she thinks she gangster.
That's my cousin.
Man, I almost cussed out on. We're gonna keep going. Although your woman doesn't want you to be a killer, she is turned on by your capacity to kill. Okay. And she is turned off by your lack of this capacity. For instance, imagine that a big cockroach crawls into the living room. You jump up on the couch and scream to your woman, "Kill it, please kill it," right? She would probably not be turned on. Same thing could be said if you heard a bump in the night and you told her to go check on it. How many women do you think would be turned on by this type of masculinity? I don't think too many. You know what I'm saying? The book goes on to say that if we have suppressed our dark masculine and women have suppressed their dark masculine, our dark feminine. So the book is saying we both have suppressed our dark sides as far as feminine and masculine. Okay. So now there is a large population of wimpy women and polite women. I mean, wimpy men and polite women. But beneath the nice veneer of most women lies a wrathful goddess who could chop the head off of every mediocre new age man. Okay. And beneath the patient smile of most men lies a warrior of love who would ravish his woman into bliss rather than listen to her chat in pointless emotional circles. Bang bang. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with this. I think that I was interested. Okay, so of course, if you're not handling the roach, man, or the spider or whatever, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I almost froze up one time because it was a damn scorpion. I've seen a scorpion, but I ain't never seen one this close.
I ain't looking forward to that coming to Texas. I am not looking forward to that because, like, I mean, Afghanistan, we had camel spiders.
We had camel spiders, yes. We had scorpions too. Big ass wasp as well. It sounded like a helicopter flying by you as well. Some big ass ants. We used to spit on them, they squirm on the ground, try to get it off. I'm sorry, go ahead. You're taking me down memory lane.
You just messed my head up. Yeah. Them camel spiders, they pounce on something. I seen one jump on a mouse or a rat or something. It was a pretty small, four-legged rodent. It jumped on that sucker. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We hadn't even got issue ammo yet. So I was like, shit, do I shoot this shit? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that was the first time. So I ain't looking forward to scorpions. I just don't know. Because that's some Black Widow types. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hits you in the wrong spot. Hey, you going down.
Yeah. They definitely they could do some shit. But the thing was on the wall. It was like on a wall right behind our bed, or right behind our door. And the thing was there. You can see the tail was curled up, all that. And I'm like, why do I gotta do this?
Hey, you need to tell me this. You need to tell me, hey, how did you kill it though?
Man, I tried to hit it off the wall. The thing fell down. Our carpet is dark. It started moving, and I just got boots and was like, I think I had my BDU boots and whatever, and I stumped and pulled back. You know what I'm saying?
Stomp the yard. Yeah. Okay. I'm with that.
Oh, and I stumped the yard on that thing, man. He wasn't coming back. You know what I'm saying? This is Chris Brown. I stumped the hell out the thing. But yeah, I ended up getting that one. Luckily, I haven't seen another one up in here, but yeah, man. And them camel spiders, because I remember I was on the flight line and I was walking to the alert shack, and I thought it was like a little tumbleweed falling behind me. It was a goddamn camel spider because they come with their arms up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He came up with his arms up. I was like, yo, man, yep, you got it. You got it. Matter of fact, some they was over there. They put like a little ring of fire and put two of them in there together inside the ring of fire.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that motherfucker jumped out the ring of fire. It was like, it looked like arachnophobia. But
they pounce. They jump. They got bunnies. I think they got Jordans on.
I ain't messing with it. Yeah. But thank you for taking me down memory lane on that one. But yeah, I think that Now I was surprised that like I said, women had a dark side as well. Um, that's crazy. But it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the polarity. So we like to dominate, they like to get dominated. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that it works that way. That's what happens when two people ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And just and I believe in the ability to, they'll chop off a mediocre new age man. Don't get they'll definitely do that.
Hey, that's what I was just about to say. I was waiting for you to ask me the question, but you had me so intrigued about the scorpion. Yeah, it's the woke age. Like you said, the roles are reversed in a sense for the new age man. Like, yeah, like they come across one, one that's that has them old school ways. Oh, they won't last. That's exactly why we're doing this self-help book right now. To talk to them, to breathe on them, because it's no way they'll stand in regards to that. In regards in a situation like that, they'll cower out or get their Twitter fingers going and start typing, calling the names and stuff like that. But that ain't doing nothing. If you ain't face to face talking and coming to some type of mutual agreement, you ain't do nothing. You didn't kill that fire. It's just gonna run rampant. Even worse next time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on. It says, although she may resist you at first, your woman, if she has a feminine sexual essence, wants to feel your fearlessness. She wants to feel your capacity to face her closure, anger, tension, without trying to minimize her feminine force, because being unfair are basically being unafraid of her dark feminine, right? So I definitely agree with that, man. I think that they're gonna toss up some dust or whatever. I still think that, and I think the book explain that as well. Excuse me. As far as staying steady, staying strong in your core, being able to weather the storm and not become involved in a storm, is the best policy. As far as that one, but yeah, I think that at first she will resist, but again, I think that's just the feminine as well. What do you got on that, Steve?
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I don't have nothing to add to that.
All right. So the killer your woman wants is the one who knows that life is a process of dying, though to or dying through to that which cannot be lost. Only in this sacrifice of fear can your heart remain unguarded. Facing the potential burglar at night is only a sign to your woman that you are willing to lose everything into love. You got anything to put on that?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, I think that I in I this harkens back to me on in the beginning of these the book, when it was talking about living at your edge, right? Fearless, right? And settling in all your fears, right? Conquering your fears, man. And I think that this is just an extension of that, really, of just being able to live at your edge and give your gift to the women in the world as well. So we'll go on to chapter 18. All right, we're moving right along here. All right, how many more chapters we got? Oh shoot, what chapter did I say? 38. Oh shoot, is this the last chapter? All right, we're gonna go ahead and go with it. Oh,
You
you
talking
muted
about the book or the section?
in the section.
Oh, section. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I thought it was 41. Let me just double check, and I want to make sure I give you guys.
Yeah, you
No,
said
this is the last.
35 through 38.
Yeah, this is the last chapter. Okay, so we're on 38. All right. She needs your consciousness to match her energy. She needs your consciousness to match her energy. Chapter 38. All right. We're going to start off with a quick synopsis, like always. A man must be able to meet his woman with consciousness equivalent to her energy. The feminine destructress must be met by the masculine destroyer. The goddess of devotion must be met by the god of all pervading love. Dark or light, A man cannot be stuck in or avoid any areas of his masculine capacity, or his woman will test him there. All right. These areas of testing are usually first in dark side. Okay. Only after trust is established there, only when, only when the dark feminine lover knows she will be met by the dark masculine lover, will testing proceed towards the light. All right. Woo. Let's see what they talk about. All right. As you probably know, your woman is capable of being a witch. I ain't gonna say that. Uh capable of being a
I
witch.
just hear me look right. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
yeah.
minute.
She is capable of being a witch. And that's what the book says, a witch. A sex slave in Amazon, a goddess of light, a nurturing mother, a demoness, a luscious lover, a wise teacher, a wild animal, and everything in between. As a general rule, she will keep returning to the energy that you cannot match. So what does that mean? So basically, she will come to you with anger on the dark side of it. And if you are strong enough to handle her anger, she will still send it your way. All right. But this time it will be on the lighter side. However, if you cannot handle her anger with love, clarity, and humor of your consciousness, then she will stay on the dark side until you can. Talk to me about it, man.
I agree with that. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you have that woman that says, "Oh, I never did this before," or whatever. And next thing you know, they're doing it like a pro. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, where that come from? But I think that's that inner beast. I think that they've been waiting to do that. Whatever it is, they've been waiting to do that, but they wanted to do it with the right one, or one that they felt is worthy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's that inner beast coming out. In regards to that. So I mean, I agree with that. I agree with
Okay.
that to an extent.
All right. All right. Well said. Well said. I do think that I agree with it as well. I think that they're gonna come at you. And I think when they come at you, it's gonna be with doubt, with a little vitriol in there, right? And I think that if you can't handle that, I think they'll keep coming with that. But I do think that the moment, as the book I believe is saying, is once you can stand and stand and weather that, um because the book kind of describes a woman as an ocean in every direction, going in every direction of force, right? So if you can weather that storm, it'll come again. The storm will come again, but this time it won't have that negative connotation to it. I think it'll be more received as you're a trustworthy individual, so I don't have to hammer it into you as hard. I think it's more so like, okay, well, hey, I can relax, right? A little sooner than before, right? It may even be just a little jousting, right? Like a little jousting, nothing too serious. But and that's after the fact of after you've proven that you can handle it, that then it kind of subsides a little quicker and it's not as hard. Um and I okay, so let me see. I think okay, so we're going on to the next one. It says, perhaps he gets tense and agitated often. You have tried talking about this with her. I'm sorry, maybe it's perhaps she gets tense and agitated often. You have tried to talk about this to her countless times. Nothing seems to make a difference. So you just stop trying. You learn to tolerate her tension, right? And I think that's something that I'll raise my hand to that one. I've definitely had to take on that, because I was a fixer, right? I was a fixer. Um, and so if there was an issue, I would try to fix it. I would try to figure it out, get to the root of it. So we know where the lines are and it doesn't happen again. However, my partner was not a fixer. She was I'll get over it, right? But I didn't know that at the time, so I was constantly trying to fix it until I had to sit back and realize that shit, she's fine in like 10 to 15 minutes. She's okay, right? It may even take a next day, but eventually she's good, right? So I had to learn how to let her be her and not be afraid of her being in whatever mode that she's in. Um, did anything pop up for you on that?
Oh yeah. I'm still thinking about, well, when you was explaining it, when you were paraphrasing in the beginning, I was thinking about, what I'm saying, Ike and Tina, or Rick James and his flock. Are we talking about them, or are we talking about just the average Joe? But then we start talking about it, I came to the conclusion we're talking about the average, not Ike and Tina. Um but
Whoa.
I don't know why that popped up in my head.
Yeah.
But I guess we were talking about the ravish earlier. Like that seemed like some Ike and Tina type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
I'm gonna make her love me type deal. But anyway, to get back to the subject, like, like tension, or like when it comes to a relationship, like, one thing that I always focus on, uh, like you said, like a problem solver, but getting straight to the point. I don't like it long drawn out. Hey, let's find out, A equals B, what I'm saying, or A plus B equals C, or whatever, and we get to the point. And just go from there. But I tend to actually over the years, let A equal E D G, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then we get to the point. But still, let them breathe, let them talk, let them see maybe where they went wrong, or, or what was wrong in the situation, and how we can, resolve that or prevent that from happening again, and stuff like that. So, but just to like ignore or build up tension and frustration in a relationship, like, that's definitely a no-no. Like, it's pointless. Like, you're going to end up being just like, I think I said a few podcasts ago, like roommates. You know what I'm saying? You pass through, oh yeah, I'm going out to work. I'm going to the gas station. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I see you tomorrow. Type deal. I mean, it's like in a sense, like, why you need to be together. You know what I'm saying? When you could probably have a better chemistry with something, someone else. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
That was my thinking in regards to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. For sure. And that's the reason why I put I think his name was Alonzo from Training Day, Denzel Washington on there, because he kind of reminded me of someone who did what he wanted, right? No matter how shisty the individual was, he did what he wanted to do, right? So he and even when he was in there with the little mamacita, right? He went up in there, ravished that real quick. You know what I'm saying? And he kind of did what he wanted to do, and that was kind of the dark side of the masculinity, right? That I
I
seen, as
thought that
well
was
as
his nice side throughout the whole movie.
but the same was with Angela Bassett, right? When she played the character for Waiting to Exhale. That's why I put her on there on the cover as well, is because she was blew up the car, right? The dark side, the ability to, like they said, decapitate a mediocre man, right? So those were the kind of the polar opposites, but yet they still had that dark side in them when it came to their masculinity and femininity. Because if I don't know if you remember the scene, but the scene is vivid in my mind when the dude after the divorce came to visit and drop off the kids for Angela Bassett, and that look that she gave him, whoo! And then how quickly it switched when she transferred it to the kids, right? Then she started smiling and hugging the kids, but she
Mhm.
was mean mugging that guy. It looked like she can cut his head off with just that stare. So that's the reason why I picked the characters for the thumbnail on the podcast.
For sure.
Um,
I got a couple comments on Facebook.
okay, what's up?
Miss Erica Burton, or yeah, Miss Erica Burton, or Burton if you're nasty. Um, there's a level of comfort and trust, and also a show of interest. And she agreed with what we were talking about. It was 3 minutes ago. I missed it. But never tolerate anyone's tension. It turns into resentment of the same as one always having to apologize. Delivery is everything. You speak to a person as your divine reflection. What hurts them should make you uncomfortable in a sense. No, I definitely agree with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do nothing, to put your mate in an uncomfortable predicament, or create that tension, just like I just said in a relationship. I mean, what's the point? What's the point of staying together if you're gonna constantly be put under pressure of creating tension and frustration in a relationship? That's where domestic violence and stuff happens. And in a sense, that's almost like a mental domestic violence in a sense. Creating, having a person thinking, trying to stay on their P's and Q's all the time. Should nobody live like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dang, I don't know why I can't see the comment on here. Um,
You on my page?
yeah, but it's not showing up. It's DisRiz Studio, right?
No,
Oh, okay. I'm
it's
on
Steve
Studio.
Illinois. Yeah, Steve
Okay.
Illinois.
Because I think I kind of agree with what she's saying, but then I think that I think it's a different story for men. Um, and I think men.
Oh, she said the first part of the chapter. That's what she was talking about. The first part,
Okay.
the beginning, the beginning. Yeah, she
Yeah,
agreed with
I think
doing
that
something
there's
new.
I think that there's a I'm gonna try to look up your thing real quick. I don't know why it's not popping up. I wanted to understand the her comment. Uh, you said it's not DisRiz Studio, right? DisRiz ENT, right?
No, it's Steve Illinois Gallimore. It's on Facebook.
Okay, okay, okay,
It's on
okay,
Facebook.
okay.
Yep.
Because I think that I think the man part, right? I think it's a little bit different from the man's aspect, depending on um what she was saying. Never tolerate anyone's tension. It turns into resentment, the same as one always having to apologize. Okay, so I think women's aspect, I think I can agree with that. From a man's aspect, from that aspect, I don't necessarily think that's would be accurate for a man. Just due to the fact of how women have been described in this book, and that's according to this book, right? I don't think it would be accurate. Um, so yeah, it depends on who she's saying it, who the tension is for, because there is, okay, so take it back to a couple chapters. There is a thing that, yes, look, if it's annoying to you, you can deal with it, right? Because the feminine is always going to be annoying to the masculine, and the masculine is always going to be annoying to the feminine, right? I wake up and my wife is mad at me because I woke up, right? So we're never going to see eye to eye. However, if it's something that you don't like, um, or something that's a deal breaker, then yes, according to the book as we're working in, yes, you would not stay in that. However, if there's any men out there who've been in long committed relationships, you already know that your woman is going to be has the potential to be um very lot of tension. A lot of tension. Um, or and maybe not a lot like every day, but there's going to be important areas where you may feel like it should be like this, but it's going to be like that. So I think that that's the part where we're more adept at handling those situations. We have those strengths to be able to kind of understand that, the woman, she's going to be free flowing, like an ocean in all directions, and we just got to be strong enough to handle and stay there, and deal with that. Because look, I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I was like, look, I don't mind saying, hey, look, um this wasn't my intention to do this. It made you feel some type of way, and that wasn't my intention, right? I've become accustomed to doing that because I know that with women, because I know that women often feel one way in a moment, but then that moment changes, right? Their feelings are fluent, right? They're not bogged down by, let's say, facts, right? Or the truth, right? It's just about feelings a lot of the times. So it's okay to be like, hey man, like this is a moment. We're gonna let this moment pass, and then we're gonna keep on going, right? So I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's a good trait for men to learn, and to be more stoic, as well, not really stoic, but more centered, and strengthened in your core when it comes to dealing with the feminine. I don't know, did she respond back or clarify it?
No, she was talking about me.
Okay, all right, all right.
She was talking about my comment earlier, but she just said something else too, so I told her to explain it.
All right.
She said I should have said in her opinion. She was talking about in her opinion. I don't prefer a moody or snappy ass man. Just
Yes.
agitated about everything. That would be tiresome. Like, you
No.
know,
Yes. I.
but the thing is though, like what class would that be? Would that be like a beta sigma?
No.
Like what?
The title's not really important. What's important is
I'm
that
just saying. I'm just saying.
he's not in
Like,
his masculine. So I can definitely understand why for the feminine that would be, because you don't want to be with no lady, right?
yeah,
And
that's
if
what
you
I
acting
said.
like a
That's what I said.
lase,
Beta sigma,
yeah,
like it ain't no beta alpha. Like that's an
I'll just say
oxymoron.
feminine. I'll say feminine
Like, that's a beta. That's a
with the
beta G.
potential.
Come on now, beta G.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
with the potential to be maybe a sigma, but
with
not.
the potential, you know what I'm saying? Because he don't know what he don't know, right? So if he subscribes and listening to this, yes, for a man to be that way is it's not acceptable.
I told her to explain though, so it's
All
about to
right,
be a
let me know when it
paragraph.
come through.
It's about to be a paragraph. Hey, we might have to share the screen on that
All
one.
right, we're gonna move on. The secret is, thank you for your comments too, man. Everybody in the comment section, man, I appreciate it. The secret is to match her energy with, did I already read that? To match your energy with consciousness, demonstrated through your body. This is a big one. So basically, if your girl is out there wilding, throwing dishes and being upset, and you come up to her, cringe with a cracked voice, telling her like, "I love you," right? She won't believe you. All right. But if you walk up to her, hold her in your arms, and laugh affectionately, in the humor of the moment, she will feel your freedom. All right. If it is for real, all right. If it's for real, she'll feel it. She will feel it because it is communicated through your body, right? And I've talked to some of my fellas about this as well, which was, and I see she made a comment. I'm gonna give it to you after this. But I made a comment about that as well, as far as kind of just don't, and we learned this in film school as well, right? When it comes to writing the script, don't tell the script, show the script, right? Have actions in it, right? And that's basically with the relationship. Don't just talk your woman to death, have actions behind whatever you're doing, so that way it can be received better. But I'm gonna hand it over to you, Steve.
I got distracted by that comment. Well, we're gonna come back to that. But first of all, who the fuck throwing dishes in my house? I've been listening to Will Smith, but hey, how the hell I'm gonna eat tonight? No. Hey,
Say, don't make me throw you out like Will Smith.
Man, what? Come on now. Why are we throwing dishes in the crib? You know what I'm saying? Next, I mean, I'll put it like this. If you throwing dishes, you trying to hurt me in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You throwing something at me, hey, you trying to hurt me. So now I'm on the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. And then I'm thinking about like, hey, how we eating lunch, dinner? You know, now I got to go to Walmart and get that next 59, $89 set. No, hell no. That's I'm nixing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no dishes throwing. You know, well, you better go outside and walk it off. But let's get back to the comment. Someone that okay, so she explained it. So someone that can communicate, like what's the issue, or what's the issue? Let's get to it and get through it. Okay, I feel that. I enjoy peace and enjoy being peaceful. I'm a nurturer. So we got to relax that tension, baby. Yeah, I get that. I totally, yeah. I totally
Yeah,
get that. I totally understand that.
yeah, I can
100.
get that. I can get that because that's like I said, that's more on the feminine side of things, right? So that's going to be a repellent. That's not something that's going to be a turn on. Because I guarantee if he was, if a man was to demonstrate leadership, and kind of let shit go, right? Not hold on to shit, right?
Yeah. Like
And,
Ice Cube
and
said on Dead Presidents, LIG,
let it
let it
go,
go.
man. Let it
Let it
go
go.
and move on, right? Focus more so on the happiness instead of being right.
Mhm.
Right. I think that would be if that was the scenario. I'm pretty sure that most women would definitely like to be with that as well. She also said throwing dishes. She's not from the hood. Okay, I don't know how to read that one. I don't know. She supposed to bust shots. Like what's I don't know. I don't know how to read that one. All right. We're
It's an
gonna push.
inside joke. It's an inside joke.
Okay. Got you. Your body, tone of voice, and the look. We go back in the book. In your eyes mean a lot more to her than anything you could say. Okay, fellas, stop talking so much. Don't tell her what to do, but do it with her. All right, with your body. If she is tense and closed down, lift her arms up above her head and kiss her heart. Okay. Don't just let her or tell her to open up. All right. I actually, or what you want to do is actually open her up physically with the openness of your body. Okay. Um, so bringing it back to the light and dark masculine capacity. Okay. She will never trust your lighter masculine capacity until you have proven your dark masculine capacity. Okay. Um, do you want and has, I'm sorry. Do you want and has an initiative? No. Oh, shit. God damn it. I think this typed it wrong. No, it's okay. Do you want and have an intuitive knowledge concerning your consciousness? She knows that you are not free um to meet her dark destructress energy and ravish her in love. You won't be free to meet the dark destructress. That's a goddamn tongue twister. Of the world who will change or challenge your spiritual freedom with strength and love. Okay. The world will test you with dark, wild, and uh damn it, missed my place. Hold on. The world will test you with dark, wild, and resistive energies. Okay, financially, spiritually, for example, in the same way your woman is testing you emotionally. All right. If you hide your deepest gift from her in fear, you will also hide your deepest gift from the world in fear. All right. If you give up at a certain point with her, your woman, you will likewise only go so far in the giving of your gift to the world. Your woman knows your weakness better than anyone. Okay. She knows where you will falter and give up. She knows the degree of mediocrity you will settle for. She knows your true capacity as a full man, a man of free consciousness and love. Her gift, if she is a good woman, is to test you with her darkest moods over and over and over until your consciousness is unperturbed by feminine challenge and you are able to prove or provide her with your love. Just as you are here to provide the world, okay? In response to your fearless consciousness, she will drench your world in love and light. Anything for that, good sir? I know that was kind of a bit, but
I feel you.
all right.
I feel you. It was in a nutshell. Like she gonna keep testing you. But my whole thing is like, why we beating a dead horse? I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm not about to keep going ring around the roses. Like, I am not in preschool. I am not in kindergarten or first grade. We're not about to be playing Doug Doug Goose. We're not about to be playing ring around the roses. We better get straight to the point, figure this shit out. Because 9 to 10, I gotta go to sleep because I gotta get up for work tomorrow. I'm not about to be at work miserable. And drop something on my foot, you know what I'm saying, because of our conversation last night. You know what I'm saying? We about to nix this before we get into bed. And if we don't, you carry your ass to the couch. Well, I'll go get on the couch, whichever one, The couch is free. It's open for anybody. Whoever falls asleep first, if you want to be by, you better go ahead over there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I look at it. But getting to the point and figuring out, is always a plus, in a relationship. Just to alleviate that or get over that stepping stone for future, just for progression in the relationship.
All right, all right. Well said, well said. Yeah, I mean, I think that I think one of the main things is that dark masculine as far as the ravishing part. I think that it's also being able to handle the dark destructress. I said that with no problems. Thank you. Uh, as well, being able to handle that. And I do think that there could be a correlation between um, your woman testing you and how you handle that compared to how you handle things out in the world. Because I too, as I mentioned, I go for happiness, right? I go for my peace. So there's very little that someone on the outside could do to disturb my peace, right? Because I'm you got it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to win every battle, right? If we get to the war part, then we'll handle that. But every little battle, I don't have to win them. It doesn't do me anything, right? I'm past that stage. So I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to be right. I can simply say, hey man, you got it. Keep it moving. Sorry, ma'am. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And going about my day. It's not. I don't have to do that. So I definitely do think that there could be a correlation there of how you handle things with your woman and
I
to how to live with the world.
I was going to touch on that point too. Um, with me, I'm unorthodox when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always like one thing that my dad always taught me, never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not me being sneaky or nothing like that. I think I'll call it more or less creative. So you don't know which way I'm coming from, when you when you approach me. So you gotta be on is what I'm saying, like in a sense, like almost like a reverse psychology type deal. So you gotta come to me with your issues versus me trying to pry it from you because you don't know if I had a bad day or not. So if you ask me a certain thing, you might get Ike, you might get Rick James, you might get James Brown. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I'm not bipolar and nothing like that. But it's the way I put it like this: keep the same energy. So the energy that you bring to me, I'm gonna give it right back to you. And I got sisters, I got cousins, you know what I'm saying, and I got daughters. So you know what I'm saying. I've learned from the best. you bring that energy to me, I'm gonna give it right back to you. So you might as you better think about it. You better think about it before you come this way, because we'd be up all night. Oh, what time you got to be at work? At 6 o'clock? Oh yeah, it's 5:59. We still talking. You know what I'm saying? Now you tired because I'm tired. You kept me up all night. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He over there fucking up couches like JD Vance. You know what I'm talking about? I hear that. All right, man. Well, that is the show, man. Thank you all for coming through, for kicking it with us. Everybody in the comment section, thank you so much. We're almost done with this, dog. We got part 6, which is feminine attractiveness. We got part 7, that's body practice. And then we got part 8, men's and women's yoga of intimacy. Ooh, that sounds a little spicy. So that's it. So we got 3 more weeks of this, and then we'll be pivoting over to the news section. Thank you again, Steve, for coming through, man. You got anything for us before we get out of here?
Man, everybody just stay blessed, keep your head up, you know what I'm saying, and hey, keep grinding, keep pushing forward. That's all I got to say.
All right, and I want to thank everybody for coming through again. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for hitting the like button. Okay, those that hit the like button, thank you. They say it helps the algorithm, all right? So I really do appreciate you doing that. And yeah, we'll be here. I'll be here next week. We'll be doing part 6, feminine attractiveness. That I dived into it a little bit already, and it's a little interesting. It's a little interesting, you know, talking about the different qualities, young, old, women may offer a man and what you're looking for. So interesting read. So yeah, we'll be here. I'll for sure be here next week. I think hopefully Steve will be here. I know he's in the process of relocating, so hopefully he can make it. But if not, man, safe journey, safe travels. I know you got a while, but you know that packing ain't fun.
Man, it ain't. As a matter of fact, I'll let you know right now. I'm gonna let the viewers know right now.
All right.
Yeah, right now. Let me see. Hold on. I got a couple meetings to go to, but hey, I'm gonna have to be in the vehicle. I'm gonna be in the vehicle doing a podcast. You know,
in the vehicle in the podcast. Okay.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be shucking and driving, moving and grooving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. I bet that.
That's the 20th. I'll be back down there in DFW.
All right, there it is, man. So he'll be here for the you know, I know he's a fan.
Hey, I might just come to the Ace Space podcast. We just set up 2 mics. What's up? What's up?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, yeah, we're gonna definitely let y'all know what goes on, man. But thank you again for coming through. Thank you for everybody that hit the like button. Thank you for everybody that came through. Put your 2 cents in there. I appreciate you so much, man. Until next time, y'all take care, man. See y'all later. Peace out.